Let's move on to our next lesson. That is major domains of the Earth. Major domains of the Earth. So when you are talking about the major domains of the Earth, the main aspects firstly in this session I will be covering that first continents and oceans. So when you are looking at the continents, there exist 7 continents in the world mainly. So in these 7 continents, all these continents are separated by water bodies. So the first continent is Asia. This is the largest continent in the world with a large area, and it has a wide range of the line which is passing through the Tropic of Cancer towards the north side is passing through it in a wide area through this Asia continent, and it is present in the eastern hemisphere. This is regarding Asia, and it is the largest continent in the world that we know already. The next, the second one is the Europe. So when I talking about the Europe is the smallest when comparing to the Asia, but it has some special features. That Arctic Circle, as in this case that not 23 degrees north latitude, that is Tropic of Cancer, is passing through this continent. In here the Arctic Circle will pass through this. This is regarding the Europe, and the 3 sides of the Europe are surrounded by the oceans, which are water bodies, are surrounded by the Europe. And the third one is Africa. So when I am talking about Africa, it is the second largest continent after the Asia. It is the second largest after Asia. So it has a unique when comparing to others, because all the 3 latitudes including equator 23.5 degrees north, that is Tropic of Cancer, and 23.5 degrees south, that is Tropic of Capricorn, all these latitudes will pass through this continent. That is a special feature, so that it is unique when comparing to the others, right? Next, so in this Africa, and one more thing we have to notice, the Sahara Desert, which is the hottest desert in the world, is present in Africa. That is regarding this African continent. And the next thing, we have to move to our North America. So North America is present in the northern hemisphere, which is connected to the southern hemisphere. That means towards the South America. It connects to the South America through a narrow strip or path known as isthmus. Very important word, guys, isthmus. The term isthmus tells us that it is a narrow path or a narrow strip which connects from the North America to the South America. It is known as the isthmus, right? Through this it is connected to the South America. So when we are talking about the South America, the largest, of course it present in southern hemisphere, the largest mountains in the world, Andes Mountains, present in this South America. Also the one of the largest river, Amazon, also present in this South America. And after that, Australia, which is the smallest continent, but it is the all sides of the Australia are covered by its ocean bodies. That means the continent around this, the surroundings of Australia is fully covered by the water bodies, so that we can say that it is an island continent. So it is also called as an island continent. And the last one is Antarctica. So Antarctica is a large, when comparing the both areas, Europe and before what I said Australia, by comparing this both areas, Also, it is larger than the combining of these areas, Antarctica. So it is mainly present on the southern hemisphere. So due to this, it has fully formed with ice sheets, and also this Antarctica is used for research stations. So this is mainly used for research stations. So many countries are coming to Antarctica to do the business in the form of research stations. India also is one of the country which has its research stations in this Antarctica, naming the Maitri and this Dakshin Gangotri. Very important, guys. Our two research stations are present in Antarctica. So that's it regarding the continents. Let's move into our ocean bodies. When we are talking about the ocean bodies, the ocean waters are always moving. So in these ocean bodies, the three chief ocean currents defines as, the first one is tides, waves, and the current streams, you can say. Tides, waves, and current waters, right? So these are the main three chief majors of the ocean waters. So ocean bodies we are talking now. There exist mainly four oceans in the world. The first one is the Pacific Ocean, which is the largest ocean in the world. It is of the shape, curved shape. It is the curved shape because both sides of our world map, on the western side, on the east side and the west side, both exist as the Pacific Ocean. So it is in the curved shape, and it also has the special feature of, so this Pacific Ocean covers the continents which are on the western, eastern sides. That means America will be covered, and that side Australia, and also all those are continents present on that side will be covered through this Pacific Ocean, right? Next, the second one is Atlantic Ocean. It is the second largest ocean, guys, after Pacific Ocean. It is of the S shape. So when we are talking about this Atlantic Ocean, the one thing have to be noted is here, its coastal line is highly indented. Its coastal line is highly indented. That means due to this specific feature, it is mainly suited for the livelihood of harbors and port areas, and is mainly used for commercial purposes. So that it is also known as the busiest ocean. That's it regarding Atlantic Ocean. Let's move to our next ocean, that is Indian Ocean. So the only ocean which names after the country is Indian Ocean, right? So when you are talking about Indian Ocean, it is of the shape, triangular shape. Indian Ocean, it is of the triangular shape. So when we are comparing to our country, due to the solar winds and other climatic conditions, there exists an activity of monsoon activity. Monsoon activity takes place here. This is regarding our Indian Ocean, right? And the last is Arctic Ocean. So Arctic Ocean, which is near to the Arctic Sea, and of course it connects with the Pacific Ocean, and it connects with the Pacific Ocean through the narrow strip, or also called as a narrow path, known as strait, known as the Bering Strait. Very important one, guys. This is the Arctic Ocean, which is present in the northern hemisphere, connects to the Pacific Ocean through a narrow path or narrow strip known as Bering Strait. So through this it is connected to the Pacific Ocean. This is regarding the Arctic Ocean, right? So the among this, the two things we have to notice. One is the strait, and another one is the isthmus. What I explained in previous, when we are talking about the North America, which is through this narrow land is connected to the South America. So isthmus means nothing but, guys, it is the one which helps us to, it's a narrow area or narrow strip which helps us to connect the two large land areas. On the other side, strait is the one which helps us to connect to the, which is a narrow width or narrow path or narrow strip or a narrow water body which helps us to connect the two large water bodies. I will give one example. Park Strait is the one strait which helps us to connect from the Bay of Bengal to the Indian Ocean, and it exists between the countries India and Sri Lanka. That's it regarding the oceans, right? Let's move into our GK part as usually. The 8th largest island, that is Victoria Island. Its governing country is Canada. And it has a location at, of course, North America. So it's a location at North America. India has an area of 2,171,295 kilometers. And when you are talking about this, the special feature of the Victoria Island is that it is the largest island in the Canada Arctic archaeologic in the after the Baffin Island that present in the Canada Arctic archaeology. That's it regarding this GK part. That's it for today. Meet you in the next class. It's truly Teja signing off. Bye.